Guys and girls, how's it going? It's your boy Miguel with SoCal Watch Reviews. I don't know if you're like me, but I love IWC watches. Well, love is a strong word. I like them, especially the Mark series, Mark 18. It's super cool, but I can never see myself spending that much money just because I'm more into dive watches and different brands. So when I saw this watch, the Matthew and Sons MAS Aquila, and this is a pilot version, I fell in love with it because I'm like, look, for sub $400, you can get a piece that looks very much like that IWC, but it's not a direct homage. And I really like it. I wanted to talk about it. I do want to let you know that this was sent into the channel. I get to keep it, and I've known Matthew for a number of years. I like what he's doing. He's from Australia. Go support him. I talked about his brand in my recent collaboration on the Watch Finder channel. If you haven't seen that episode, I was fortunate enough to be on their channel. They invited me, so I'll leave a link in the description. So let's get into the specifications of this watch. It's 40 millimeters. It's 47 millimeters from lug to lug, 20 millimeters in between, and it's only 11 millimeters thick. Of course, we find a sapphire crystal with AR coating on the inside. The whole watch, including the bracelet, is made of 316L stainless steel. We do find a mix of brushing and polishing throughout the case. There is no drill holes. Very similar, very kind of similar to the IWC. We do find a onion style crown on the right hand side. There is no date window, and it is a screw down crown. And the cool thing is 150 meters of water resistance. I like what Matthew gave us here. Let me talk about one of the features that really stands out for me, the dial. This specific one has a blue dial, is sunburst, and it's really cool. It goes from like blue to black. It's super nice, and of course is legible to pilot's watch. We see those big hands, those big Arabic numerals throughout, and all we see is Matthew and Sons on top, or the Matthew logos, MAS logo, and at the bottom the word automatic. Very clean, minimalistic, easy to read. Of course, it's a pilot's watch. And you know, just that dial really is radiant. They do offer it in different colors. They are limited. I don't know if he sells out, that's it, he's not going to bring more, I don't know, but it's very cool. It's actually one of the standout features of this watch. Like I said, it's beautiful, it's legible, and the lume on this that's been applied is actually pretty bright, is legible. It's not obviously a dive watch, but the fact that he gave us lume and he has some pretty decent lume for a watch that's sub $400 actually, it's commendable, right, for a micro brand company. Now on the back we do find this really beautiful engraving of an eagle, and of course it kind of stays in line with Matthew and Sons watches. If you want to go to the website, check him out. He's very much into nature. I don't know if it has something to do with Australia, but it's beautifully done. We do find some writing, but that eagle, and Aquila, in Spanish we say Águila. Águila means an eagle, but he called it the Aquila, so it's very fitting, of course. Moving on to the bracelet, we do find a very nice bracelet, solid links, solid end links. You get screws to size it. The Matthew and Sons logo on the clasp. We do find a mill clasp here. He didn't cheapen out. He actually did give us some pretty good specs for the money. We don't find a quick release. This is just your regular spring bar here, but it's very comfortable. But one of the standout features for me, aside from the dial, is the versatility of this watch. I do have it paired on an R-thumb sailcloth strap. This is a blue one, and it pairs very nicely, but of course throw it on a NATO, a leather, and this watch just, it flies under the radar. It's not super flashy, but it's very versatile. I like it. The construction of the overall watch is great. We do find a high beat Miyota movement, a 9000 series Miyota movement that of course can be hacked, can be wound, and honestly it's Japan's kind of comeback to the Edda movement, right? It's kind of their competitor, if you will. But I've heard a lot of watchmakers actually say that the 9000 Miyota movement's actually a better performing movement than the Edda, more reliable. Now, how true that is, I don't know. I'm not a watchmaker, but I've heard that, and I'm really happy to see that a lot of watch companies kind of stepped away from the NH series and moved into the Miyota 9000 series. I do find the rotor a little annoying on the Miyota movements. This one, not so much. You can't really hear it. I guess the construction of the case is done pretty well that you can't really feel that rotor too much. But yeah, on my 6 and 7/8 inch wrist, that is 17.43 centimeters for all my friends outside of the U.S. I think it wears pretty well. It's a good sized watch. Like I said, 47 millimeters from lug to lug. It's not small, but it's not huge. It's very wearable. So if you're looking for a clean looking watch that obviously scratches that itch of an IWC, don't look any further than this, right? I mean, once they're gone, I think they're gone because it's limited to 50 pieces, like I said. But you would be supporting a small micro brand. Really good guy. I could stand behind him. He came on our podcast as well. So yeah, this is just a quick video, quick feature on this Aquila watch and this pilot style watch. Let me know what you think. What's your favorite kind of watch? Is it a diver? Is it a dress watch? Is it a pilot? A chronograph? I don't know. Obviously I love chronographs. I have some really cool new artwork. I'll talk about it in another video, a little bit more detailed, so you know where to find them and stuff like that. I'll leave a link below. Ink Dial on Instagram is who made these, so really cool. This is a Speedmaster. But anyway, go check out Matthew and Sons. I'll leave a link in the description. And again, yeah, really cool what people are doing in the micro brand space. I love big brands, but I also love the smaller brands. There's a lot of value to be had, and it's cool that we all support each other. So anyway, guys, girls, thank you so much for the support. Stick around. I got more content, and as always, my friends, stay safe out there, and of course, stay humble.